What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. I'm coming at you all the way live. I'm in your space and I'm in your face, and I'm blessed to definitely be living another day. It is February the 18th, 2026, here in the great state of Mississippi. Feels nice and cozy outside. Good weather, but nice and cozy. A little muggy, but it's better than freezing. Anything is better than freezing in my book. How's everyone doing? Big shout out to everyone who joins us across all social media platforms. That is the Facebook, the Instagram, um, the YouTube, Twitch, and LinkedIn. And while I mention it, make sure right now, if you are paying attention, if you're locked in with us right now, what I need you to do is to go share the live. I need you to go share the live. Let everybody know that we to jump this thing off. It's live at 5 here on Industry Talk, here on the Prime Time Network. Let everyone know. Go and share the live. Spread the word, ladies and gentlemen. Spread the word. Today we have special guest and resident comedian Jarrell Braswell that will be joining us here in just a little bit. JB is on the road. Hopefully, we catch up with him today. It is our regular Wednesday. Tapping in with JB, getting to know JB as he makes his way every weekend, hitting comedy clubs, on tour with Bubba Dub and the BDE Boys, and getting an inside view of a comedian on the road doing this thing. The ins and outs, the ups, the downs, the family life. I mean, everything that you could imagine that an individual goes through. But he's doing it at a high level, and you're getting an opportunity to see this experience as he's walking through it. So I can only appreciate and show appreciation to my brother Jarrell for giving us an opportunity to, jump into it with him, ask questions. Any comedians that are interested in pursuing the genre, the space, the vertical of being a comedian, comedic actor, sketch comedy collaborations, getting to the big screen eventually. Well, this is a very good insight into what it takes, the dedication that you have to getting up every day and working on your craft, fine tuning your craft, and going to comedy clubs across the country and sharpening your teeth, laying down that foundation so that you'll have that recognition and notoriety for individuals to pursue and call and book you at the highest of levels when it comes to the comedy game. This is unlike any other profession on the planet. You're putting yourself into a position whereas you have to make, or it is your duty, or it is your calling, or you're indoctrinated to do so when it comes to making another human being laugh. And you have different factions of people, you have different personalities when it comes to people in a room of 100, 150, 200, 250, 500, 1,000, or a stadium of, 10, 15, 20,000 people. And it is your job to find that that pulse to ignite laughter within another human being. That's something special. And it is not an easy job, I can assure you. It is not, by no means, is it an easy job. Um, and of course, our people get out there and they do it every opportunity they get. They're working. They're hitting the comedy clubs, the Comedy Zone, Laugh Factory, Zanies, the improvs, you name it. I mean, I can give you a laundry list of comedy showcases that these guys have been on the I Got Motion tour from 2025, and it's a phenomenal list. I mean, these guys are really getting it in. So that's why I enjoy bringing comedian Jarrell Braswell onto the show to talk to you guys about everything that he's got going on. What's going on, Brother Shaw? Appreciate you for joining the live. Thank you for tapping on in with us. I see you out there in the hammock, treading in the woods, showing your kids all kind of wonderful things about nature, and you are correct. Kids learn by making mistakes. They go through it. They go through it, and they get to it. So today we're gonna get into it with Jarrell whenever he lines up, and you guys know me. Y'all know me. If I don't have a guest and there's nothing much for me to talk about, I get off this thing because I don't like talking to myself. I like having conversations with people. I'm not one that's going to get on here and try to push a message down your throat. I'm not one that's sitting there trying to tell you what salvation is and who you need to believe in and pray to this one and pray to that one. No. Just know that I am a believer. I believe in what I believe. I don't necessarily believe in what you believe because I have no idea what it is that you believe in. But I'm not knocking you for what it is that you may believe in, which may also be opposite to what I believe in. And that's not just talking about in the spiritual sense, the moral sense, the cognitive sense. You know, what you may view as something that I view as wrong, you might think it's right. So in that case, we may sit Capella, opposite sides of the river, or we've approached an impasse and we're not seeing eye to eye. But instead of me wanting to engage in debate and tell you why I'm right, how I'm right, and why you're wrong, the only thing that I can do is control what I can control and stay in my lane and allow you to do your thing. And the only thing is that you respect the same when it comes to me. Collective support. Yes, indeed. That was one of our talk topics the other day, Brother Shaw. And I appreciate you for staying locked in with us, man. It is a great thing. Trey Coleon, what's going on, Brother Trey? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the presentation. Good to see you. Some good pictures from Mardi Gras down there in the Bay, down in Bay St. Louis. They had Mardi Gras down in Bay St. Louis the other day. Little cousin Trey Coleon is online. Welcome to the show, Trey. Good to see and hear from you, my brother. I'm checking and making sure that everything is in working order. Y'all don't mind me. I'm making sure that everything is up on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all of the different networks that you can find us and see us on. Because there again, everyone might have their own flavor, their own spices that they like to put into their gumbo. Some might like YouTube. Some may like Twitch. Some may like Facebook and Instagram. So I like to have choices so that you can't say that, man, I ain't catching because I'm on. No, we're everywhere across the board. So you don't have any excuse. So if you're on this live right now, while we're waiting for our good friend Jarrell Braswell to jump on with us here in just a little bit, share the live. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to lock us in. Share the live right now. And if you have not, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not subscribed to our network, Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime, this spot's for you. Stop what you're doing right now and go subscribe to Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime on YouTube, all social media platforms, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to make sure you tap in. Right now, over 72,000 subscribers and well over 11 million views and watch time hours. So make sure that you continue to support, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and keep tapping in with us because we're going to keep on bringing you this hot content every day and in every way. It's your main man, Big G. And make sure, like I said, stop what you're doing right now and tap in. Like, share, subscribe. Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. You heard it. Boss Talk Podcast 101, Boss Talk Podcast 101 Primetime. Yes, indeed. I heard something the other day. Well, let me take that back. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it personally until it was sent to me. And then once one of your friends sends you something, you're obligated to open it and jump off into whatever it is that they've sent. And the conversation was about President Obama stating that aliens are real. Okay, don't get your panties in the wide. Don't get all uptight and all that kind of good stuff. I'm just stating. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just making a statement based on what was sent to me. Because a lot of times we don't hear the full story. We hear a soundbite, a clip, and we run with that clip as though it is solid, as though it is pertinent information, as though it is hot off the press and it's got to be true because this is what President Obama has stated as it relates to aliens in contact with us. And the soundbite makes it seem as though President Obama believes that aliens are real or extraterrestrial entities are real. And he also stated that they're not in Area 51. But he hasn't seen them, and they didn't tell him about it when he asked the question, when he was first sworn into office back in the day. So he did ask the question. Now, here's the other part of it that you don't hear. He also stated that he's never seen any type of extraterrestrial being, any type of ship, or anything along those lines. Him personally, he's never seen it. But there has been objects in space that they can't necessarily point a finger to scientifically and state that it is or it isn't. It's not man-made. It's not something that the Russians or the Chinese have done. It's in deep space where we really haven't traveled or don't have access to currently based on our technology, current technology. So, yes, there are all kinds of things floating around in space. Do you realize how many different galaxies there are? We sit in the Andromeda galaxy. But his point was, as big and as vast as space is, and we haven't explored all of space. Hell, we haven't explored all of the oceans here on the planet that we live on. He says it's kind of an impossibility, or it's improbable not to believe that there is something else out there that may or may not exist. So, I'm not trying to get into the debate of whether you believe in extraterrestrials, UFOs, or anything of that nature. I'm not even looking at the timing of the conversation and why those sound bites are being pushed out now for whatever reason. We're not going to get into any kind of government posturing or anything along those lines, or why the media is doing what they're doing. My question is, if in fact you're presented with the unknown, the unnatural, the unseen, a foreign being, an alien entity, does that take you out of the elements of your own personal beliefs and what you've been indoctrinated to believe since you've been born? And now we're talking directly about religious beliefs. Now we're talking about, how do you stand when it comes to Islam? Or how do you stand when it comes to Christianity or Judaism or being a Buddhist? You see, because you have so many different factions of where our minds take us when it comes to what we believe. But if in fact you are presented with knowing that there's a possibility of alien life that may or may not have engaged in making a connection with the human race, where does that leave you in terms of your beliefs? I'm just asking the question because you've been taught. The lessons have been written down by word of mouth after, thousands of years or whatever the case may be. And, the Nicene Council made its decision. The Vatican, what books would go into the Bible, what would be the best tenor to push this type of content and information out to the masses for control, of course. Had nothing to do with wanting you to believe in the piousness and the righteousness of man, because religion has waged more wars over decades, over thousands of years than any government. That's a good question, Brother Shaw. If you believe in ghosts, can you believe in aliens? Now, I think this is a psychosomatic type of a situation, because if you believe in ghosts or the paranormal, you see, because now you're talking about a soul. You're talking about someone that was here and now they're on the other side, and either they didn't make it to heaven, they didn't make it to hell. They're sitting there in that in that empty space, that void. They have not decided to travel or journey into their afterlife. Can you believe in aliens? That's if, in fact, you believe in ghosts. Now, what type of ghost are we talking about? Because you have those mental terrors that you go through when you've done something or engaged in something so traumatic that it wages war on your mind. A lot of veterans come back from overseas after fighting, you know, and have done things that their government has asked them to do to preserve the peace of our country. Forward presence is real in our standing, in our position with the government. We're going to strike first. There is no knee-jerk reaction or someone strikes at us. But no, we're going to strike first, preemptively, with or without Congress's approval. I hope you guys understand that. But barring that aside, I don't even know why I got into that. We're talking about aliens, ghost, and how your mind can sit there and obscure clear thought when you've gone through traumatic situations, especially wartime veterans, individuals that have engaged in combat in the field, whether it was, a regiment, whether it was tactical, whether it was special forces, you're still dealing with the traumas of seeing the lives that you've taken. Now, those are mental ghosts, but we're talking about physical ghosts. Okay, and Brother Shaw says, yes, because I've seen a few of my battles that's passed on. Most of the times, the doctors say it's mental. That's what the doctor says, because the doctor, possibly, unless he's a wartime vet himself, and a lot of times doctors, unless they're corpsmen, and they're out in the field with you, trying to save lives, unless they're in those types of situations, doctors, psychiatrists, they're normally in the office. And I'm not saying that they're not a part of the theater of war. I'm saying that they haven't been in a situation where they've had to take a life. That's just my point. So the mental side of it, they may not objectively be able to view it based on what someone that's been in the field experiences or deals with, or seeing their friend get shot, IED, hand grenade, whatever the case may be. So it's different from trying to put that position out there from behind the desk, as opposed to boots on the ground, like really boots on the ground. No pun intended with the music, but really boots on the ground. Jarrell Braswell is a Marine Corps vet. We all know that that's the working order. That's the brute force of it. The Marines are going in first. Between them and the Army, the fly guys, the Air Force, nowadays it's mostly drones that they're floating around. You still have aces that are out there. You still have pilots that are engaged that fly stealth bombers. But for the most part, it's all autonomous. And of course, we have one of the largest naval fleets that you could imagine. You see. So it's kind of hard to sit there and say you've engaged in hand-to-hand combat when you're on a frigate, or you're on a cruiser or a battleship, submarine, which is a very dangerous job, by the way. Submariners have one of the most dangerous jobs in the Navy. To me, I'm not talking about spuds. You know what I mean? No, those guys, that's special forces. You know what I mean? The Navy SEALs. But I'm talking about submariners. Those guys take on a whole different element when it comes to how they live underwater and move on a regular and consistent basis on nuclear subs. I'm kind of veering off the topic, but we got into the mental side of it, ghost, aliens, and it kind of turned into the traumas of what occurred with our veterans and soldiers overseas in war. And whether you realize it or not, we're always engaged in conflict in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's intelligence gathering, recon, you name it, we're always engaged in some type of conflict. Let me see what Brother Shaw is talking about. He says, we still haven't explored the full depths of the oceans. So yes, there possibly could be activity there. And yes, they do, because they're in canned waters with explosives. Yes. In the waters with explosives. Yes, true. Very true. That's submariners are in the waters with explosives. Now I remember when I was floating around in the Persian Gulf, and we used to have to locate the underwater ordinances that Saddam Hussein had placed in different parts of the Persian Gulf. And, seeing these things detonated, in open waters is something short of phenomenal. I'm not saying that, I guess I was too young to understand it, but not realizing that, I was putting my life on the line, the possibility of that. And once you begin to realize that, you're like, wait a minute, motherfucker, I need hazmat pay for this too. I don't just need my regular pay, But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's get back to it. What's going on, Truly Monroe? Welcome to the live. We are chopping it up a little bit. I'm just having a conversation about what I heard President Obama say as it relates to aliens and all of that. And Sean said, didn't mean to shift the conversation. We can get back to ET. Yes, let's get back to ET. Let's get back to what we're talking about. That's just the question, but does it sway your belief system? Or is your belief system strong enough to still say, I believe in Jesus Christ, I believe in Allah, I believe in Buddha, I believe in, when in fact now you have what one would have to consider a superior being, a superior mind, a superior knowledge to be able to travel through the galaxy into our atmosphere and land on our planet. That sounds like a reconnaissance team. That sounds like they're doing research and gathering intelligence about the human race. So they have to be a whole hell of a lot smarter intellectually than us, because we haven't detected them as of yet. So I'm just trying to figure it out. Let's see. True says, were you addicted to conflict, Mr. G? I'm addicted to anything that is good. I'm not addicted to conflict. I don't like conflict. I don't enjoy bullshit. I don't, and so I stay out of the mess. I stay out of beef. I stay out of all of that. One, I'm too old. But at the same time, that's a low vibration to me. You hear people talk about low vibrations, high vibrations. That's a low vibration to me. Conflict. Now, when it comes to having to defend oneself, now that's a totally different situation when we're talking about conflict. And there, you know, lies the situation. Oh, there we go. Okay, I didn't hear you come in, JB. I'm sitting there running my damn mouth. Let me get my brother online so he can get into this conversation with us. Bam. JB.
What it do? What it do?
Oh man, how long I been talking, man?
About 30 seconds.
Okay. I
Hold
thought
on.
I man,
I went long.
I thought I was sitting there rambling my mouth and you was
Nah,
just
nah,
sitting there.
nah, it went
Okay,
long.
good. What's going on, JB?
Man, shit on this road hit it back to the highs. You know what I'm saying? Too far off. Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. We were having a little conversation about Obama had made a statement about aliens, right, and the existence of aliens. And is it true? Isn't it true? That's not even the question. But the fact that our past president made that statement, it kind of stirs up uh, question. It stirs up,
Yeah.
different emotions in people. And my question to everyone was, does that change if in fact it's real? If in fact extraterrestrials are real? Does that change your belief system? Does that change you being a Christian? Does that change you being a Muslim? Does that change, your thoughts of how you've been taught, what religion is and where we come from, the evolution of man and the whole 9 yards? So I'm asking you that question now that I'm talking with you, JB. Does that change who you are and what you believe?
Hell no. Hell no. I've been believing aliens since I was a little nigga anyway. Shit. So,
Okay.
nah, it don't change no man. 'Cause I believe what I believe anyway, regardless. It's just another element, another aspect on critical thinking and just common sense and how you was brought up in the house anyway. My mom always taught me to think for yourself. Never let nobody persuade you. And if you don't believe something or you got something you question, look it up, research it. So
Right.
that's what I do.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? You read the Bible, it tell you about that stuff, these fallen angels and all that shit. Yeah, they wasn't
Mhm.
human. Had to been something. So
Right.
you take that with that and make it out what you make it out to be. Whether it be an
Right.
alien or whatever it be. He just know it wasn't
Right.
human life form. So
Right. Right.
and
Um, before you keep going, JB, my apologies. Trulia Monroe says hello, JB. I know you
what it
know
do, what
Sister
it do,
True.
what it do.
One of our sisters is part of the crew up there
What's
in
that?
Monroe,
Oh, yeah,
Louisiana.
okay. Yeah, Louisiana.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, out to Monroe. But my bad, True. Yes, I did enjoy seeing, the ordinances detonated once we found different floating bombs in the Persian Gulf.
Yeah.
Like I said, that only lasted for a moment, True, because I had to figure out, 'cause I'm kind of slow. I'm, like a box of rocks. With the side scan sonar and 3D imagery, and
Yeah.
the different things that we used to use to try to detect these things. I'm not realizing that us floating over these motherfuckers could possibly detonate this shit.
Yeah.
So, my mind changed real quick. That's why I say, shit, I need me some hazmat pay out of this motherfucker. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Like a
Because,
bitch.
you're in a situation where you're not realizing that your life is on the line out here.
On the line, every step of the way, literally your life on the line. That's why I tell people, man, the Call of Duty, your life is on the line, in the line to do that in the Call of Duty. Every step of the way. I do in that combat
Every
zone.
step of the way.
Every step of the way,
Right.
literally.
Yes,
Shit, man.
indeed. So yeah, man. So JB says he already believed from youngin about extraterrestrials.
Yeah.
Brother
He
Jay
ain't seen,
Shaw.
he ain't watched the Gremlins and E.T. and all that shit. Where they get that? Somebody had to get a motherfucker the idea. They just ain't sitting me draw an ugly motherfucker look like this. Come on, man.
Mhm.
Come on,
Right,
dog.
right. Well, I certainly hope they don't look like ET. I
Nah,
certainly
no, man.
hope they don't look like ET. I'm kicking that motherfucker in his head. I don't give a damn.
Shit.
No, they
That's
can't
like
be
that,
the
like,
ET.
that's like that predator shit. I'm like, man, that's some scary shit, man. But I don't think they gonna come fuck with black folks. On that motherfucking black folk. I told
Oh
motherfucker I had
my
to come. If I
goodness.
had to come back to this motherfucker earth for somebody to be a predator and kick ass.
Right.
Um, I
Right.
said, shit, them motherfuckers some bad motherfuckers right there, boy. They ugly as hell. They're some bad motherfuckers. I keep my mask on.
Yes,
I don't take it
indeed.
out.
Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness. So JB,
Yeah.
you're back on the road. You're steady on the grind. It's nonstop action. Oh
Nonstop.
yeah, you saw brother Shaw was out there uh camping out there in the hammock with his kids the other night, last night,
Yeah.
This man, look to all my combat
Yeah.
vets, man. Look, I know y'all want to go home, man. I know y'all want to be back out in the field, man. Y'all miss it.
No.
I get it.
I don't,
I
I
get
don't
it.
want to go back. I don't want to go back in the field. They got that nigga shit. I'm sleeping in that bed every chance I get.
Everything that you had, JB, to give everything that you had,
Man, shit, that's it. I ain't got to
Yeah.
be outside. I ain't going out there, bitch. Especially sleeping out
Yeah.
there. That shit
Yes,
dead.
indeed. Well, Shaw is just
No, no. Now my
exercising.
nephew, he be want to camp and shit. And I be telling, look at nephew, I sleep by the
Yeah.
one that watch. You know what I'm saying?
You want to go camp outside. But he took his kids out. They were
Yeah,
exploring, they were doing their thing. So, I could understand the nature
yeah,
trails
yeah,
and
yeah.
giving your kids those experiences and everything. But I know that, and I haven't met Shaw personally, but I
No,
know
and then
damn well that nigga out there by himself sometime without them kids out there in the woods, goddamn, still think he goddamn Force Recon doing some shit in the field,
but
goddamn. I
hey,
know it.
that's a blessing though. He able to do that shit. He ain't gotta
He's
go to
able
work.
to do it. That's
He
right.
do
That's
that
right.
when he get
That's
ready. So hey, that's a blessing for him. And
yeah.
shit, I tell
Yeah.
motherfucker, do what make it happen. Cause believe you me,
Yeah.
you already know if I got that one on the road where I'd be, and if I had a choice, I'd be fishing. You already know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fishing or gaming or goddamn just sitting back talking shit with my family. Either one or the other. One of them three.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, JB, you just coming off a run with Bubba Dub. We mentioned it yesterday. We did a whole run of the countdown, the whole
Yeah.
week building up to
Yeah, we did up to
Sunday.
showtime. Yeah, we did up to showtime.
All the way up to
Yep.
Showtime. We did the green room. I also noticed that you signed the wall with some of the greats that have touched the Funny Bone out there in
Oh yeah.
Cleveland,
Oh
Ohio.
definitely. Yep.
I'm so you're showing, and I said this earlier in my monologue, in my opening monologue, you're giving folks an opportunity to see um, what you go through in
Yeah.
depth,
Yep.
step by step, pieces of your life that normally folks wouldn't have an opportunity to see or know anything
Yeah.
about. So why are you giving folks this opportunity to see this? Talk to us about that.
First off, man, me just waking up saying I'm gonna do this shit. That's crazy. 16 years and almost a week ago, me waking up and saying I'm gonna pursue this comedy thing, and people laughing at me. Some people cheering me on, some people talking shit. But hey, man, just persevered and pursued, man, and just kept going, and just want to show people, man, ain't nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it and wholeheartedly notice what you want to do, man. Then, like I always said, man, when I was in the Marine Corps, people always tell me, man, you're a badass Marine, but you're in the wrong profession. You should be entertaining people, making people laugh, because ain't no way you out here sitting rounds down range, we sitting around down range, and you making motherfuckers laugh during times where shit ain't funny. You got
Right.
motherfuckers cracking up. I said, man, shit, you gotta laugh at some, bro. I said, we don't need to be uptight all the goddamn time. We ain't
Yeah.
guaranteed 2 hours in this motherfucker. Might as well go out with
Right.
a motherfucking bang. Shit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling the
Mhm.
motherfucker the other day, I had to get on somebody's ass. We was in a fight hole, uh, getting ready to we was in training, but it wasn't real. Just similar. I'm like, you son of a bitch, you old pussy ass motherfucker, shoot back, bitch ass nigga. I'm throwing mud on him and everything. They said, man, you was low down. I said, no, dog. You gotta do that shit, man. To let them know this shit real.
Right.
Cause look, we don't need you in combat freezing up. It's too late then. Ain't no do over.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I'm
They
being
are
up
no
about it.
do.
Ain't no do over,
Yeah.
man. Ain't no
Yeah.
responding. This ain't
No
Call of
do.
Duty.
Right. That's
Man,
right. Hit the reset button. Yeah.
ain't no
Yes,
don't got to
indeed. Yes,
respond,
indeed.
dog. This shit real.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. There we go. Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, out here. I
Okay.
hit a button. These motherfuckers.
Okay. What's your ETA, man?
Yeah,
Getting
I'm
back
trying
to
about.
Augusta.
Oh shit, I'm in Augusta. I'm down the street. I'm probably about 8 minutes from now.
Oh man, you've been
Nah,
moving.
I wasn't bullshit, man. I told you that, bro. I'm like the guy that with that movie, man, with Jason Statham.
Yeah. The
The driver,
transporter.
yeah, transporter, yeah, yeah. All that shit, all that one nigga moving around, get where he got to go. He got
Mm-hmm.
real this
Hey
morning with
man.
that.
Truly you're trying to be funny. Miss Monroe's trying to be funny.
What she say?
She said, boy, you let Boosie lay you out in that movie, man.
Oh no,
Stop
that was
stuttering.
just her. She said that's a movie. It wasn't real life. Shit, that was a movie.
speaking speaking of the movie, since she brought the movie up, tell us about that movie, man. Tell us
Man,
about what you got
little,
going on
little
with
Saints,
Boosie
man.
Badass
Yeah, that
and
movie,
Bubba
man.
Dub.
Shout out to Boosie Boo Boosie Badass, whatever y'all want to call him, man. Shit, shout out to him, man, and Bubba Dub, man, and the camp. The gist of the movie is Boosie got a football team, and he having a little trouble. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, getting everything situated. And Bubba Dub and Boosie grew up together, but Bubba Dub just happened to be a big time D boy, and he got a 5 football team. He got all the good players, and I just happen to be the assistant coach. But Boosie got a team, can't don't nobody goddamn they like the underdogs and all that stuff, man. And they make it to the championship and they playing each other facing off. And halftime, we get in the locker room, we losing. You know, the better team losing. And Dub hot. He tell my nigga shit. Uh, what's wrong? Then one of the goddamn players like shit, coach. He didn't cause he didn't say shit because he just said, Coach, maybe it's the plays they calling. They say who calling the plays? And he said the assistant coach. I'm looking at him like, you little motherfucker. Why you saying that? Nigga choke me, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that go. But just I don't
Yeah.
give away too much, but man, the shit lit, man. It's
Yes, indeed.
back and forth action between Bubba Dub and Boosie, man, the whole time.
Right.
It's funny.
Right.
It's funny, man.
Good deal. Good stuff. Be on the lookout for Lil Saints.
Yeah,
It's
y'all better
coming
look out.
soon.
Yeah,
You know,
as soon as they start dropping trailers, I start dropping behind the scene footage. So y'all just
there
stay on
you
the lookout.
go. God is good, man. People don't
Yeah.
realize all of the opportunities that have been presented to you. And it's not okay. Let me say that. Let me say that. It has nothing to do with luck.
Nah,
It has something to do with hard work, dedication, commitment, and perseverance.
no, definitely.
You said 16 years and a couple of weeks running. That means that you've been putting in all of those work hours, all of those training hours, getting better at your craft and taking advantage of every opportunity presented to you. And look at look, like I said, the seeds that you've been sowing.
Oh yeah.
Now it's time to reap the benefits of the harvest.
Okay, man, no, definitely.
And I'm happy to be a part of it and seeing everything that you've got going on, my brother. It is phenomenal. People just don't realize how hard you've actually worked to get to where you are. And this isn't the JB pat you on the back party. That's
No,
not
no,
what this is.
definitely. No, no, definitely,
That's
man.
not what this is. Because you and I, our relationship has gotten to the point to where, and I don't want to say we bump heads like bulls, but we have open discussion about
Yes.
how it is that you're wanting to do your thing, how it is
Yeah,
that
no,
you
definitely.
wanting the JB brand to be presented, and how you want to disseminate information, and you play a very vital role in orchestrating your vision.
No, definitely.
So talk to us about that, man. Let us know about that.
It's just shit, just being able to be able to have somebody that I can work with that's open minded enough to even listen to me and be able to take in my vision, you know what I'm saying? Or read the vision, you know what I'm saying? See how I put it out, you know what I'm saying? Because I see what you're talking about, JP. I see the direction you want to go with it and then hit that shit dead on, man. You can't beat that. So it's like shit, man. Like I owe it to
Yeah,
you, man, just to keep stay on top of my game while I do come up with these ideas or have these little whatever conniptions or whatever, or these ideas and I present them to you shit by the time I wake up or before I go to sleep, them motherfuckers are already out or they're in the works. So that's a
yeah,
blessing right there. Then it's like shit. You'll tell me, JB, yeah, that's cool, but shit, let's try it like this. It make more sense like this. Then I think about it, like, nah, I don't want to do it like that. You like, listen to me now. I'm telling you that. You know what I'm saying? Think about what I'm
Mhm.
telling you. You know, and then I have to think about it. And I call you back. Yeah, you right, man. Let's do it like this, but let's try it like this too. And that shit work. You know, so
Right.
like I say, man,
Right.
it's a blessing, man. Like I say, man, to be in a situation that I'm in, man, with like I say, just to be able to work my brand full force and ain't got no rain ropes on me or no limited statutations being with Bubba. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to Bubba today about that shit, man. Just telling him, man, I appreciate him, man, for putting me in a situation and putting me in the best NIL deal in comedy. You know what I'm saying? Being with
Right.
him, you know what I'm saying, being pretty much signed to him and shit and still be able to work my brand and he don't give a damn, ain't trying to stop nothing I got going. He's boosting my brand, pushing me and promoting me, telling me I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that, urging me just like I urge him. So it's like, man, shit, you can't lose with that either, man. Somebody that want to see you win just as much as you want to see yourself win and vice versa.
Right.
So
Right. That's right. That's right. Look here, everybody that's on this live. If you have not already subscribed to Jarrell Braswell on YouTube, make sure you go visit us at www.jbcomedy.com and subscribe to
subscribe,
Jarrell
man.
Braswell on all social media platforms. When I say subscribe to all of them, I mean all of them. On
All
Facebook,
of
you can subscribe. On YouTube, you can subscribe. On Instagram, you can subscribe. You can drop stars. You can drop bars. You can drop dollars out on this cash app. You know what I'm
them.
saying? But
Uh,
look, make
Yeah,
sure
if you're riding in your car,
that
you
you
can
drop
tap
down.
in with me, man. Shit, I got all. If I got them
That's
in
right.
mind, y'all can get me y'all. So you got everything right there in the car. Tap in with me.
Everything.
Yeah, tap
Everything.
in with
Every part
everything.
of it.
Y'all tap in, man.
Okay. So just so you know that we want to make sure that you don't miss us. And I talked about this, I hit this earlier. If you like YouTube, hey, we on the YouTube. If you
What you
like
doing, man?
Facebook, on the Facebook, Instagram, Snap Flap, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
tap in. But we really want you to lock in on the website. And the name of that
Website.
website, let me drop that for you right quick, JB. Let me drop it for you right quick,
Hey,
JB.
what it do, world? It's your boy, comedian JB, the real J Braswell, comedian J Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
At jbcomedy.com. Now,
.com.
look, Jay, let me know something, man. Let me know something. Now, after every segment, right? After every segment, I'm going to drop this here.
Motion.
That lets you know we got another segment that's about to come on in.
Okay.
What you think about that?
I like that. I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. So this segment is rapid fire.
I like the logo too.
I appreciate that, man. I work hard at what I do. You know what I'm
I like
saying? You know, I
it.
pop my collar a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I work hard in this graphics in the illustration game. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this rapid fire, JB.
Okay.
If there was a comedian, male or female, that's living present day outside of Bubba Dub, that you really want to sit there and get on stage with, who would it be? And
A
really
comedian.
work out. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a small room, large stage, whatever the case may be, who would it be? Comedian, present day.
Present day. Oh shit. Besides Bubba. Fuck. To be honest, man, I really. Oh shit, man, you got me on the spot. Let me back this motherfucker up so I don't wreck my shit.
Yeah, I got you on the spot because
Damn.
I know personally that you don't sit there and rock with a whole bunch of people, a whole
Yeah.
bunch of comedians, a whole bunch of this, that, and the other. I want to know, is there somebody out
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
that JB?
Let me back this motherfucker up right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Let me get it right. Somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, man.
I don't
That
want top three. I don't want top two. No, I want the one. Is there one that's out there
one that's out that I would,
that
that wanna
JB?
work with.
Yeah,
It's
that's right.
one. There's a few. Shit, I gotta really think though. The
Mm-hmm.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. One comedian outside of Bubba. I want to work with. They got some motion. Shit, man. I can't say.
You gotta say something.
Let me
Do,
see.
do,
Oh shit.
do, 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 do,
Oh shit. Let me see. Whew. Just one. That'll work. Ah shit. One that I work with, my partner out of Houston, man, Rambo Too Funny.
Rambo too funny. Now he's not a mainstream comedian, is he?
He up there. He in the peer group.
Up there?
Yeah, he
I
done,
gotta, I gotta look. I gotta look up Rambo. Wait a minute.
yeah,
I know who Rambo too. I know who you talking about now. Okay.
right, yeah,
All
Rambo,
right. I
yeah.
had to think about today. I
Get
got you.
back
I
now.
got you.
Yeah, how
All right.
about it? Yeah, Mr. How about it?
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
you
right.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Shit, he country just like me, you know what I'm saying? Shit, he got his own twang,
Mhm.
got his own thing going. You know what I'm saying? He himself, so and then shit, we mix and mingle real good, you know what I'm saying? So shit, you gonna get a 2 for 1 with me and him. Somebody I can work with, you know what I'm saying? Shit, somebody I have worked with and shit, and it was good results. One no bullshit, none of that smooth selling. Shout out Rambo Too
Mhm.
Funny. Yeah, he one that I
Right.
will work with. Yeah, I will work with. Rambo, most definitely.
Okay. Right. So, question number two: what do you think Charleston White's original mission was when he jumped off into this social media escapade and the things that he was doing, provoking and stirring up different situations across the internet?
Shit, he totally
And
said
I'm not
shit.
asking for an emotional response. I'm just asking for a, you know,
No, he,
a
he told
general
he,
assessment.
no, he said when he was trying to give him what he was giving him the square, whatever white collar way, whatever, the right way pushed the message. They weren't listening to it. But when he turned to a nigga and start acting like them and doing all the foolishness, that's when he got their attention. So I'm like, shit, he said he just getting what they wanted. You know, so he said he's
Uh
still
huh.
gonna push the message, still gonna push his agenda, what he was trying to do at first, but he gonna use the internet for what it's worth. He gonna make this money. He gonna act like a nigga, but he still gonna correct niggas and he still gonna tell it like it is. So I can't blame him. It worked. Cause I remember reaching out to Charleston White when I was in Dallas when I first got there. He was like, look here, nigga, I'm finna make it big and woo and shit. That nigga wasn't lying. I was just trying to do a skit with you,
Mm-hmm.
brother. I wasn't trying to ride your coattail, but he was doing what he said he was
Mm-hmm.
gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Charleston White too.
Why do you think, and this is just, your response. Why do you think race relations in America are still in a stagnant position even after years of civil rights movements, protests? I mean, we're in the heart of what people would call Black History Month, right? Every day of my
Mm-hmm.
life is Black History, so I can't just
Oh
take
yeah,
one month
exactly,
out of the year
exactly.
and designate that as the month of appreciation for the life that I live in my skin every fucking day of my life. But I'm just asking, you know, the plight of and the situations that you see every day in the communities of Black Americans. Um, why do you think race relations are still or stagnant where they are today?
Cause people don't want to talk about it, hit them head on, talk about it for what it
Mm-hmm.
really is. Make amends for the bullshit that's been going on, man. First, you gotta get to the root of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people trying to erase it because it was their parents or grandparents trying to keep black people from going to school and advancing and making a better life for themselves. So you gotta hit it head on, just tell it for what it really is, man. And it's still going on. Um, it's systematic now. You know, people don't know that. You know, when they do catch on, they is another way they go about with the racism. You know what I'm saying? I tell them, man, they've been doing redlining for years, all this stuff, et cetera, et cetera. Until we face it head on and talk about it as a whole and come up with a solution and not about what need to be done and really do something about it, it's gonna forever be stagnant. It's gonna ever be a problem. It's gonna ever forever be race relations. You know what I'm saying? So until people can really think about that, and I tell people, man, one thing I learned in the military, you got them bad ones that try to be racist and shit, but niggas come together in the military. It don't matter what race, color, creed you are. When you get in them situations where you know you got to come together, you come together like you never came together before. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it need to be talked about. And then I tell people all the time, motherfucking white kids or black kids don't grow up talking about nigga or cracker. That shit taught to them. That's learned behavior. Cause at daycare and preschool, everybody friends. Everybody loving on each other until they start getting older and older. And then you see the difference. So it's all, like I said, once again, it all starts at home, all that stuff too. But like I said, until we face it head on and really talk about it and really do something about it and make amends with one another, mostly them making amends with the black people. I ain't trying to say we need $1 million and all this stuff for peace, but at least make it right, man. At least give us a fair shake, you know what I'm saying? Because we, no matter what they done to us, we always made it. We still here. But if we had that,
Well, I understand what you're saying 100%, but I am a true component of our people, our descendants, our culture. We do need reparations,
yeah,
and
we
I'm
do.
in
Oh,
and
definitely.
it might not necessarily be all financial reparations.
Yeah.
It could be a land grab. It could
The
be,
land, yep.
you know, a variety of different things that could be put into place so that we get beyond that wealth gap that was created intentionally.
So it's 400
It was
years now.
created intentionally, you know. But there again, I've never been one to play the victim.
Exactly.
You see, I'm not
That's
one
what
to
I
sit
wanted
there
to
and try
say.
to tell somebody, "Hey, man, pull yourself up by your bootstraps." Here, I ain't got no fucking bootstraps
We
to
ain't got
pull
no
up.
boots or no boots.
Right. But I am a true believer of if you put yourself in America now, I'm not talking about in the caste system, like in the communist system, like in China or whatever the case
Yeah.
may be. I'm talking about in America where you can actually ascend in your life through different levels and achieve what it is that you want to achieve without any encumbrances, without any hindrances outside of the racial shit that you might deal with, but you can overcome those things. However you decide to do it, because there are different avenues. Now, you'd also talked about something earlier, right? And I'm just trying to see, and this is my last question in rapid fire. Is this something possibly that should be or needs to be implemented into the American system when it comes to nationalism, when it comes to being appreciative and patriotic for what it is in the country that you live in? Because in a lot of countries, like in China or North Korea or South Korea, um, a lot of the youth, once they reach a certain age, they're going to serve, whether it be in the National Guard, whether it be in the Army, the Navy, the Coast Guard, the Marines, the Air Force. They have to serve at least 2 years, 3 years, four
Yeah.
years,
For
and
years.
then, you know,
Go out and
pursue
be
their
citizens, yeah.
before they even jump off the porch, so to speak. You know, do you think that that would be something that could be investigated or looked at as a way to get our kids prepared? Because a lot of times, unlike Shaw, who I know is going to have his kids prepared for whatever comes down the pipe, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's sitting there showing them how to use a bow and arrow, how to use a 30-06, how to use rifle, whatever the case may be, how to hunt, how to fish, how to survive. A lot of kids don't have that indoctrinated into their system coming up, whether it be in the ghetto, whether it be in rural South Mississippi, you know, out in the boondocks. So would enlisting these kids into the military to give them some structure coming out of high school, um, you know, before they go to college or before they go pursue a career, just to get that sense of nationalism about what it is that you're doing. Because, you know, to me, that's important. To me, I don't know about anybody else, But to me, it's important knowing that you believe in the country that you live in. You believe fundamentally that your neighbor or the person next door to you is really looking out for you, or you believe that you are prepared enough to know that if it comes down to it and we have to go to war, whether it be civil or foreign, whatever the case may be, foreign or domestic, we're prepared to act. How do you speak to that?
I'm with you. Shit, a lot of motherfuckers need that shit. They ain't got no structure. At least give them a form of structure, basic structure. Follow basic
Right,
instructions, how to be on time, certain things like that, man. That shit stick with you. Then you ain't gotta do it your whole life. You want to continue with it, you can, and you gotta trust to go out into the civilian world and pursue what you want to pursue of the benefits you done garnered from the work you done put in. That's all I did.
right, right,
Sow seeds
right.
and getting the fruit of the labor now. Chilling. It
Yeah.
didn't take long. So
Okay.
yeah, I believe that. Most definitely. Wholeheartedly, yeah, man. Structure, man. A lot of these young men need it, man. Not just black ones, white ones too. You know, shit. A lot of them come from broken
Right.
homes, single parent homes,
Oh, I
and they
didn't
don't
put
see that.
color. I didn't put color on it. I
Yeah,
didn't put no
most
color
definitely, yeah.
on it.
Yeah, I'm just saying
Yeah.
though, but most of when I say it, people be thinking I'm just saying about the brothers. But yeah, most definitely, all the way across the board. Most definitely, especially males. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass
Yeah.
out there and serve and see what the hell going on. Have a appreciation for the shit that you might be able to look ahead to doing down on the line if you didn't take your ass to the service. So yeah,
Right. Shaw says it would definitely give a lot of people a head start.
it
And when you
would.
say head start, you definitely mean the GI Bill. You
That
know,
too. Yeah.
you're definitely talking
Somewhere to stay,
about, what I'm saying,
home
benefits,
loans, healthcare,
everything that
all
is
that.
wrapped up underneath that umbrella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I certainly appreciate that, JB. And moving right along.
Most.
And we're back. See you like that?
Oh
I
yeah.
get tickled about some of the simplest things, JB.
Oh yeah,
I
man. Me
promise you.
too. I know I
I
do.
promise. Yes, indeed. Well, whether you realize it or not, man, it's 6 o'clock, Jay.
Damn it, boy.
We've been chopping it up for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be holding you long. You know what I'm saying? I know you're just getting back to the house. You drove from one destination 3.5 to 4 hours to another destination, and you just backed down the car and started talking to me. So I'm not gonna hold you like that. The whole thing is about
Yeah.
getting on here with you. Job Blaze was supposed to be on here with us, but he works security.
Yeah.
So two other individuals I think dropped off. Two or three other individuals dropped off, so they called him in to see if he'd actually pick up some of the slack. So I can appreciate that. Big shout out to my brother
Yeah, most
Job
definitely job
Blaze,
laid,
Character
man.
Blaze with the Cloud Chronicles. We were supposed to be chopping it up today. Big shout out to Scummy, my brother Sean. Welcome to the live. Thank you for joining us today. We've been chopping it up with my good friend and brother, comedian Jarrell Braswell. So JB,
Yes,
before
sir.
we get out of here, before we get off this thing, um, is there another commercial I need to play before we go? Yeah, I'll drop that before we get up out of here. But is there anything that you need to tell the people, give the people, present to the people before we come up off this live today?
Now stay tuned for more dates. Google me. Jarrell Braswell, comedian J Braswell, comedian JB. Go tap into the website. Go hit all them thumbnails. Go hit all them icons on the website. Go scroll through, hit them videos. Share them if you can from the website. Go subscribe to my YouTube from that website. Do everything from that website, like we've been saying pretty much this whole live feed tonight, and pretty much all past this week since we launched this website. Everybody that's been supporting me, man, I appreciate y'all so much, man. I'm just the face of this thing. I ain't nothing without y'all. Y'all make up the JB movement, man. Y'all are the JB comedy movement. I'm just a representative of this thing, and I appreciate y'all so much. All my new followers I gained in Cleveland, all 240 some of y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. We will be back July 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Uh, Hitting up Cleveland at the Funny Bone. April. I forgot the damn exact dates, but we will be back in South Carolina in Greenville at the Comedy Zone for those dates in April. And I got some more dates I'll be on with Bubba Dub as well. I'll fill y'all in on. But catch us while you can. We got some more stuff on the way. Y'all just stay tuned. That's all I got.
JB.
Yes, sir.
Let me see if you can see this. Can you see this?
Hold on. Yeah. Yep.
You can see that now?
Yep.
Okay. So let me make it how it was. All right. So just so people know, can you hear me, JB?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so people know, if in fact, you're looking for the site, it's www.jbcomedy.com. You've got the booking information, to whereas if you need to book JB, right? You can book JB. You can fill out the content and the information, submit, and it'll hit the desk of the management team, and we will definitely get in contact with you within the day or within 24 hours. Definitely within the day of 24 hours. If in fact you want to book JB for anything that you have in mind, special events, hosting, features, headlining, motivational speaking, you name it, we're ready to get it going. Of course, the brand ambassadorship that he has with Art & Co, you can definitely, do some following up and see how JB is linked in with this particular company as well. And he also has a section where he's linking those guys directly from his site to their site, which is an awesome thing. Collective support once again. And of course, started filling in the video collection with Hoochie Man James and some of the things that JB has been doing. And it's constantly getting uploaded, new stuff, new content every day that we're pushing into the video gallery for the JB Comedy House. And of course, you can also go to his shop and grab yourself a hoodie or a Stanky Skin comedy tee, and we will constantly update this information as well and give you different things and different varieties of things that you can grab from the store or JB's store. And of course, if you hit the subscribe button here, you can get to his YouTube page directly and subscribe to Jarrell's YouTube page. And of course, at the bottom, all of these links, his Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, lock in with comedian Jarrell Braswell. We want you to tap in every way that you can. And of course, his calendar with everything that he's got going on. And before we get out of here, let me see if this thing's gonna play for me the way it needs to play for me. This is one of the first comedic skits, animated comedic skits that we ran with, that JB pulled together. So I'm gonna give you guys a little insight on that.
Military shit. I get that check in first of the month, but I got a fat ass auntie, man, for real. Bitch fat as fuck. I get that check, she come to my house and steal my groceries, so I said, I got a treat for this fat bitch, for real. So guess what I did? I bought everything fat-free. Fat-free water, fat-free hot dogs, I bought that bitch fat-free cigarettes and everything. Bitch ain't been back to my house saying to my, I can't eat that, bitch, you need to swallow it, goddammit. For real. Bitch fat as fuck. You know you fat as fuck when you got stretch marks on your fingernails, man. She fat. Real bitch got stinky skin. Y'all know what stinky skin is? When somebody come to your house and they ain't been there in 3 days, y'all think they still bite there in that room back there? That bitch got stinky skin. She fat as a motherfucker. Real shit.
Hey, what it do, world? It's your boy, comedian JB, the real J Braswell, comedian J Braswell. Hey, dig this. I got a website, man. Tap in at jbcomedy.com.
Yes, indeed. Make sure that you tap in
Tap in,
with
man.
jbcomedy.com. jbcomedy.com. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is, man. You hitting them hot, you hitting them hard, and you hitting them heavy, JB.
Shit, feel like I ain't doing enough, man. You know me, man. Shit, on 24 hours in a day, so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Shit.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's see. Before we get up out of here.
Motion.
This is for everybody that wants to know when and where we are at on a regular and consistent basis. We are always live at 5. What's good, beautiful people? It's your main man, Big G. And this is my personal invite to all of you to join me on Industry Talk on the Prime Time Network daily at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I get into great conversations with entrepreneurs, artists, industry leaders, you name it, we bring it to the table. So make sure you tap in with us, lock us in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We stream on all major platforms. And be sure to visit us at gemsitpublishing.com. This is Industry Talk. Let's get into it.
Motion.
All right, JB. I done ran through all of the script. I done ran through all of the commercials. I done ran through everything for the day, my brother. And I done held you a little bit too long. I appreciate you for getting on.
You're good, man. Shit, that's all right.
Yeah,
that was all about getting
stuff,
up, seeing the progress and all this shit, how this shit developing, man. This shit finna be like a goddamn TV show in a minute. Live.
That's
taking
right.
over.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. So have all of the programmed, scheduled events and all of the shit hitting on time and in sync the way it needs to be hitting. Sure. Brother, I appreciate you for joining and participating. I'm glad you made it back to Augusta safely. Yeah. And man, look, we're looking forward to another day with it.
More different.
And for anybody that's out there that hears this after, thank all of you who have joined the lives, that participate in the lives. I didn't check YouTube and Twitch as well, but everybody that joins us on a regular and consistent basis, thank you. Much thanks to you. Make sure you lock us in. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's keep this thing rolling. I'm having a great time documenting and marking Jarrell's story, his journey, and his travels through this comedy game, and that goes for any other artist that we deal with. I mean, we any artist that we deal with, we promote at this level at a regular and consistent clip. But it just that you have to be doing something. If you're not doing anything, there's nothing to report on. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to, we could have conversation, but I like to show folks, this is industry talk. We want to show folks in the industry doing different things, how they go about doing it their way.
Yep.
And this is a perfect example of just that. And so if in fact you want to participate in Industry Talk, if you have a story, if you're an artist and you want to get featured on our artist segment, ladies and gentlemen, this one here is for you. Are you an independent artist looking for real exposure and an honest discussion about your music and your brand? If this is you, and if that's the case, I am currently accepting submissions for my Friday Artist Spotlight segment on Industry Talk, where I highlight rising independent artists, discuss your journey, along with putting your work in front of a growing audience of content creators, executives, and tastemakers. To submit your information, follow the content submission link in my bio on Instagram, or follow the link in the description on Facebook. So this is about real artists, real stories, and real opportunities. If you're working, building, and you're serious about your craft, I definitely want to hear. And as always, beautiful people, this is about health, wealth, and blessings. Stay down. That slick back in that one though. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. Anyway, man. JB.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, my brother. And everyone that's out there, y'all already know what it is with me, man. It's about health, and wellness. Hey man, stay dangerous, people. Stay dangerous.
Motion.